Hi guys, Matt from the Big River here. Got another late night checking in saltwater. Apparently my shipper can't figure out how to get us fish here first thing in the morning instead of the last thing. But that's all right. We got a lot of exciting stuff to check out. Let's see if I can remember what I ordered. It's been a while on some of these things. First thing out of the box is some little crabs. These are emerald crabs. Great cleanup crew, very cute little guys. So emerald crabs, first thing out of the box. Next thing is turbo snails. Forget which kind of turbos, obviously a stripy guy. Let me look up which kind of turbos it was. It was, let's say, these are tiger turbo snails. There you go. Oh, cool. Little Heniotis. We ordered one of those last week, didn't make it. Did this time. Very cute little fella. Love those guys. Tiny this time. Let's see. Here's a cleaner wrasse, little one. I had another batch of cleaner wrasses in. Should be several of them in there. They were about 3 times this size, so a little cleaner wrasse this week. Here is a cute little sexy shrimp. Restock on those guys. Is sexy or they're harlequin? Not sexy shrimp. I got both sexy shrimp and harlequin. I'll see if I can keep them straight. Here is a starfish, one of the orange ones. Restock on that guy. We had one, we sold it. I got a couple of those guys. Cleaner wrasse. Jump right past it. Here's more turbo snails. That's more of those tiger turbos. Grabbed a whole bunch of them. Who are you? Who are you? Oh, this is a tribal blenny. So cool. Look at the face pattern on that guy. Had to try that out. Here's another one of those little sexy shrimp. Tiny, tiny little devil. So cool. Had some of them in with the Nemo on the front desk, more of the turbo snails. More of the emerald crabs. Got a bunch of those for cleanup crew. Oh, look at you. That is a harlequin shrimp. Won't have any trouble getting those guys mixed up. Very cool. And that's another sexy shrimp. So cool, so cool. What do we got here? We got fish in a box. I don't think he made it. That's a lawnmower blenny, but he didn't make the trip. I'll check to make sure later, but I think he's not with us. Here is another cleaner wrasse. He looks pretty good. And bigger bag. What do we got in here? Oh, we got frags. It says number 12 on there. I'm gonna have to look and see which one number 12 is. Let's see. That's a can Echinatus Ultra Splatter. Oh, Echinatus. That's special order. Very happy guys standing over here out in the wings waiting for that. This is a 1112. 1112 is another frag. This is a Zoa Garden. Very cool. I think that was the one I bought for me. And this one, of course, doesn't say what it is. They're gonna give me fits figuring out who's who. That I believe this is a torch coral. Seriously, you guys didn't mark these. You're killing me. Well, we got a bunch of frags. We'll figure out who's who. There's another cleaner wrasse. All right, very cool fish. Orbit bat. Very, very cool fish. Batfish. Let's see, another cool fish. This is a scopa tang. Big old body like a yellow tang, but it's got that cool multicolor. It's called a scopa. Another frag. Guys, it'd really be nice if they mark the frags. It'd make my life so much easier. This one is. This is I-137. So who is that? That is. That's the torch. Indo gold. And here's a little sailfin tang. Got a couple tangs on this order. And another starfish. Like us. And then, oh, that's a scarlet hawk, yeah. And another tang. This is a powder blue. Much nicer. Is that a powder blue? It's black. What's a different one? Do I get a different tang? Which tang did I get? Flame hawk, not fire hawk, excuse me. Oh, that's a chocolate tang, excuse me. And I got a powder blue too, so we're gonna have some wild times with those guys. But very cool. All right, there is firefish. Got some of these on the first order. They didn't really hold up all that well. Hopefully they'll do better this time. Here's a wow, bicolor blenny. Very cool. Very cool little fish. Love the little blennies. Next is another harlequin shrimp. I decide if it's just acting weird or if it's got trouble. I think it's just being weird. Very cool shrimp. Then we got a lawnmower blenny that did make the trip. And another cleaner wrasse. Gotta have cleaner wrasses, those are handy. Here's another firefish. And that's a little saddled puffer. I believe that was a special order. Maybe not. Maybe we didn't get so sharp. No, those are saddled puffer. Who are you? Looking beautiful. What's up there? Which tang is that? Valencia puffer, which one that was. Oh, that's a just Jardini sail. No, that was a sail. Gold rim. Could you be a gold rim tang from Fiji? Must be. Okay, gold. Man, I got more tangs than I realized. I forgot. Here's another firefish. I put this order together like in 3 or 4 phases, so sometimes I forgot what it was I ordered when we started ordering again. Here's a copper banded butterfly. Had somebody request one of those a couple weeks back. They weren't available for the last couple weeks, so we brought one in, see if they'll remember. Here's an anthias. Is that a blue-eye anthias? Looks a little rough in the bag. Purple queen anthias. Okay, looks a little bit rough in the bag. Hopefully it'll acclimate out and be okay. Let's see, some other frags in the bags. They had some specials on some frags, so I'll have to pick out which ones they are. They weren't particularly expensive, so I'm kind of excited to see what those guys look like. Here's another goby type. It's not the war paint. This must be a citron. Next up is filefish or pipefish. I think I'm gonna swap out Nemo for the pipefish up in that on the front of the counter. And there's another cool frag. Nice color. Oh, there's a surgeonfish. That's your powder blue. Very nice. Happier than the last one was when it got here. And oh, look at you. That's a dragon goby. Very cool. That's a juvenile. Pull in one of those guys. And another cleaner wrasse. Oh, and a convict tang. Dude, apparently I went tang nuts this week. I'm sorry. Go look at that. That's cool. And last thing out of the box, we have, looks like more crabs. More emerald crabs. Super cool. Hi guys, Matt from the Big River here. I have way too much coffee this morning, so let's see how fast I talk. Reptile ordered this week. We got a little box with some really cool stuff in it. Let's get right to it. First thing out of the box is a bug, a big fat bug. This is a Vietnamese centipede. It's not moving much for a centipede, but man, he's fat. Very pretty. More bugs. We got ivory millipedes. Been out of millipedes for a little while, so I was super stoked to get some more in. We still got one of those dragon millipedes back there. But pinkfoots and ivories. Let's see, what else comes out of the box? We have, maybe that's it for millipedes. I was expecting more. Oh, there's scarlet millipedes. Maybe we got back order on a couple types. These are scarlet millipedes. They're the little ones, bright red, very cool. So it looks like we're gonna have pinkfoots and ivories. Did I miss one? Oh, the Vietnamese. Okay, no, we're good. All right, next up is frogs. We ordered several different frogs. Looks like we must got some back orders there too, because this is baby Australian whites. We got 5 of those guys, I believe. Very small, very cute. Now they're gonna get big and, well, cute later. More frogs. We got in a couple packies. This is an albino Pac-Man. See if you can see it without it jumping out. A little bit of green there, but mostly yellow. Pac-Mans, of course, will get very big as well. Very fun frog to own. There's a green one. There we go. 2 packies, a green and a yellow. We get fancy ones in sometimes too, but right now we don't have them. Some other cool lizards. We got Egyptian sandfish. We got a group of these guys. They like to be hot and sandy, so they put those in, kind of like a Kenyan sand boa. On the other scale, we got some crested gecko babies. These are flame crested geckos. Nice, pretty nice, well-started babies too. So yep, there's 3 of them in there. Those guys want to be cool, more like room temperature, little spot, and very, very moist. Crocodile geckos, they look, you know, it's a gecko, so you're like, what do they need? Well, as much as they're a climbing gecko, they are actually a hotter weather gecko. They don't do as well in the tropical room. They do much better in the savanna room. Oh, look how tiny these guys are. These are dwarf sand geckos. I've had these in before as wild-caught adults. These apparently are captive hatched, if not captive raised babies. Got a good price on them. They are tiny, they are cute. Sand geckos are like same kind of care as a leopard gecko, but they're different, obviously looking. Blue-eyed whites is the last thing out of this box. I think I ordered some snowflakes we didn't get. So blue-eyed whites and regular whites, tree frogs. And that's it for this little reptile order.